Hi, Wild Ones. Welcome back to the Wild Rose podcast. I'm Whitney Rose.
And I'm Connie Daniels. Hey, Whit, you're back. You're back from New York
For like 12 hours.
for
This is
12
crazy.
hours.
Yeah.
And I get to have a few minutes with you.
Yes, we have to recap our little bonus episode, recapping the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, episode 2. What did you think?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So much to unpack here for sure. First of all, you guys all got your taglines, new
Yes.
tagline. How do you feel about yours? Do you get to pick them?
Not really. We get to, it's a collaborative effort, I would say.
Okay. So you maybe get to suggest them things and things, and you kind of go back and forth and figure it out.
Yeah, but it has to fit into your personal storyline or storyline with the other women. So it has to make sense with each season. But I liked mine.
Yeah, I loved yours.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect. That actually should have been your tagline all along.
Right? Yeah.
You can change it up, have some different ones. So yours is, I have faith, the faith in myself. How do you say it?
Having faith in myself is the only religion I need.
I love it. Love it.
Having faith in myself is the only religion I need.
How many times did you have to say that to get it right? Or
That
not right?
Yeah, like the cadence. We
Yeah.
read them off like 4 or 5 different ways, and then they pick the cadence they like.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so Heather's hers is she's building a beauty empire, so she doesn't need lip service. That one goes perfect with Heather, right?
I thought everyone's are pretty good.
Yeah. Monica, I was interested. I'm still trying to figure out Monica, but keep your friends close and your secrets closer. Mysterious. Meredith, hilarious that the bathtub made it into her tagline.
You thought that was hilarious? I saw a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, we're over that."
I know. I think everyone is over it, and the fact that it's part of her tagline, I thought it was pretty funny that it made it clear into her tagline.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So, I feel like everyone's taglines were pretty good, but it was so fun to see the Trixie Motel on camera because seeing it in real life is just insane. It's like every ounce, every corner, every square inch of that place is decorated.
Oh my gosh, so cute. I thought it was so fun to watch. All I was thinking is, oh my gosh, we need to book a trip there. We need to do our own girls trip there. It is so freaking cute and so pink.
Yes, it is absolutely insane, and it was so cool to see Trixie again. She's, she's both of our friend and she's fabulous, and it's always good to see her.
Yeah, she looked great, and just so fun to be at her place. Didn't she just open it up like a year ago or something?
Yeah, so when we were there, it had only been open for about 6 months.
Yeah. Oh my God, fun. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of go through back up to like the beginning, how it all starts. Lisa and Meredith go for a walk, trying to, reconcile and talk about, see if they can reconcile and be nice with each other. And Meredith's outfit.
It got a lot of buzz on the internet.
Did she do it for some buzz? I'm wondering, because I'm like, Meredith's dress is really nice typically. And I just didn't understand the boots with those shiny blue pants. I don't know.
So was it the outfit for you or was it the boots that
It was the boots, actually.
Yeah.
I liked her coat. I liked her the boots. Just, I was like, what made you pick those?
Yeah, I have no idea, but yeah, the pants and fur were great, but the boots just did not go.
No. It was
So you can't win them all, I guess. Can't win them
no,
all.
you can't. Maybe she's trying to just do something different. I don't know. They both seemed pretty hesitant to me about it, but they were like, okay, we're gonna try. Because it did flash back to lots of their fighting and everything.
Say that again?
It flashed back to lots of their fighting, like the hot mic moment, and so they've been through it. They've been through the ringer deal. So
it's been a long time coming. It's like it's about damn time.
I know, because they've been friends forever.
Yeah, it just makes the dynamics of the group better if, friendships are healing.
Yeah, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Okay. So you and Heather went to the hot springs. By the way,
Yeah.
where were those hot springs? I know you guys are somewhere in Utah. I
It's
haven't
like
seen them.
it was so far up north. I don't know. Somewhere like I swear I was in Tremonton, Idaho, but it's far up north. I'd have to get back to you on that. But it was really crazy because there was like a water park. So the hot springs
Oh,
has water slides. And it was so weird because it was midday and there was a bunch of people there just soaking in these springs, but they're not the springs like we went to in season 1. They're actual pools,
oh yeah.
like a
Yeah.
hot tub. It feels like a hotel hot tub, but it's
Uh-huh.
pumped in with the spring water.
Yeah.
And people have, like, memberships and go soak there during the day. It's very interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we might have to make a jaunt up there sometime. But
Yeah.
did you ever taste the water?
Hell no. That's so
Why
weird.
is she tasting the water? Ew.
I don't
That's
know
like
why would she taste the water? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I was kind of grossed out by it too.
Me
And I
too. I
could
was
tell
like,
you,
"Heather, no, stop."
but I did notice you had a bruise on your arm when you got in the hot tub. Was that from one of those icy snowballs?
Oh my god, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it was from the icy snowballs. I had a few bruises.
battle wounds.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. Okay. So let's see. Heather definitely doesn't like Angie. That's apparent. But you do.
Yeah, but I don't understand why she doesn't. Her reasoning doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. I don't think it makes any sense to me
She
either.
said it's because she dove headfirst in with her relationship with Jen, but I'm like, so did you. And,
Yes.
like, one of the big reasons why I didn't have a problem, like, bringing Angie along is because, like, I had big problems with Jen, and Heather never cared. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
she invested more in Jen. So,
Right.
the reasoning there was, like, doesn't make any sense to me, but I understand the rumor thing about the black eye, but, as we all know, Heather did that to herself, but
Mm-hmm.
Heather and I are moving forward in good faith, so I have to
Wait, so
just, like,
did
let
she
it
do it
be.
to herself?
No, no, no. I mean, like,
Oh, got herself in
but sh
that mess.
yeah, she got herself into everyone talking about the black eye because she wouldn't reveal what happened.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, I understand why she was upset with, Angie, but at the same time, it's like she put herself in that situation is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I love Ange, and the girls' trip, like, you know, I like, when I was on Watch What Happens Live, and a lot of people have asked me, like, "Weren't you nervous that Meredith is gonna get mad at you for
mhm.
bringing her?" And I'm like, "You know what? No, because you can't have a fresh start and immediately start by excluding someone." And
Right.
2, like, it was a girls' trip, like, Meredith didn't pay for it.
Mhm.
Like, if Meredith was paying and it was all inclusive under her dime, then I would have asked her, but this was, like, a trip for all of us.
Uh-huh. And she was purposely excluding.
Yeah, and she was purposely excluding, so we're staying at a public, hotel, and I happen to know the owner, like, duh, I'm gonna bring Angie.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. So were you not scared or nervous about bringing her, or did you feel like how did
No, I wasn't nervous at all, actually.
you want
I was, like, totally down. I'm like, "Listen, you have to this is a hard group to branch into, and if everyone runs on ego all the time, then there's
Mhm.
gonna be no change." And Angie's not going anywhere. She has a long history with Heather. They went to high school together. She's my
Mhm.
good friend, she's Lisa's good friend, she's Monica's friend, so Meredith has to, like, get over it at some point.
Yeah. She does. She definitely does.
And honestly, everyone loves a good surprise, right? Like,
Yes. Totally. I can't wait to
yeah.
see the reactions next week.
Oh,
Oh,
they're good. I can't wait to see either.
I can't wait. Okay, I do have to back up a little bit though, because when you and Heather were talking in the hot tub and you started talking about the Lisa's son going on a mission, and Heather has all these strong opinions about it and everything, and she says something like she talks about her missionary experience and going through the temple and taking a death oath, and then they showed the picture of like the garments. Like, do you think I think people are going to be um kind of upset about that. I
Ab
mean, the Mormon people that are practicing, I think they're going to be upset because it's to them, it's such a sacred thing. And then to like flash it on TV, I think that you're going to have a lot of people upset. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean,
I know you didn't do it, but
yeah, no, I think that that is definitely a fine line that you have to walk, especially if living here in Utah, if your relatives are LDS.
Mhm.
However, I have zero ties to the church. Like I say my opinions pretty strongly without really caring what other people are going to think, but with something that is sacred like that, like I can't imagine that's going to go over very well.
Yeah, I don't think it.
I haven't like no one's brought it up to me, but I've also been in New York and it just aired, so we'll
Right.
see what the internet has to say about that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of controversy and over that, just that alone. But let's see
Can you
here.
believe that we wore those?
No, actually, I can't. When I saw that, and it was like the old school ones. I know they've come a little ways with them, but I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's
I
kind of
actually
like
saw them
seeing.
and I cringed because I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I used to wear those."
I know. And we just like, okay, that's what we're gonna do. Didn't even like think twice about it.
Oh, I thought twice, but I've just like, "Well, if I wanna go to heaven, I have to do this."
Yeah.
And I remember, like, how confusing it was. Do you wear your bra over or under? It's like
Yeah, it was a little
so
confusing. I am with you
confusing.
on that.
Do I wear a thong or not?
Yeah.
Like, it was an interesting time in my life.
For sure. I'm with you. I wish we would have known each other back then.
I know, and sorry, my energy's low today. I'm not feeling the best, but I've got to
Mm.
rally because I leave to LA tomorrow.
No, you are good, girl. Thanks for powering through. I know our listeners they don't want to miss an episode of this. Um, okay, so I was kind of laughing at Meredith and Seth at home, and Seth clearly was already drunk. And I know he said he was like, he started early, like happy hour or whatever, and then poured the wine in a shot glass. I was kind of thought that was kind of funny. Meredith was just kind of like, okay, you're annoying.
That's just Seth being Seth.
Yeah. And then I guess they started a podcast together, hanging by a thread.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it shows Angie and in Angie's home with Sean, and they were making dinner and stuff. And what do you think about her priorities? She said clearly her priorities are number one, her daughter, number two, her businesses, and number three is Sean. So do
Yes,
you
those
agree
are
with
her priorities.
that? Those are, and she
Yeah.
was really clear about it. Do you in your life? Are yours kind of similar, or would you switch some of those around?
I think that it just depends on the day, honestly. Whatever like I think in life, like naturally what you're focused on changes a little bit. Like if your kids are going through stuff, I mean, as a mom, I think our kids are always going to be number one.
Yeah.
That's just like that's just how it is. But
Mhm.
I'll be honest, the business and husband swap back and forth sometimes.
Yeah.
But she
Uh,
says it's because she knows Sean's always gonna be there, and that's so
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember thinking Ben was always gonna be there, and then he wasn't, though. So I kinda was like, "Oh, I hope so." I mean, you never know what'll happen in life.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you guys went to dinner with them, and that's when you invited her, and they had talked about, their bed and how and I know different cultures, like they have their kids sleep with them for a long time and whatever, but I kind of thought the same thing, like, when do they ever have sex? Not that it's any of my business at all, but it was just kind of like, you have to get a little crafty if your kid sleeps in your bed, because it's hard to like make time anyway when
Yeah.
you have kids. And so then if your nighttime alone time, typically for a lot of people, still, your kids are there, what do you do?
I think, like, honestly, there was no shade in that. I don't and it is none of our business, and I honestly don't wanna think about it, but when
Mhm.
they talk about it, it's hard not to, like, wonder when someone's
I know.
talking about that because, yeah, just knowing how hard it is to plan time for each other in,
Mhm.
a marriage where you don't co-sleep is, you know?
I know, it's hard
And
enough
it's
to
not like she's an infant, like, back in the day when, the babies were zonked out, like, in the bassinet next to you or it's just different.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can kind of get away with that. But when they're older, yeah, different story. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure they figured it out. um, so it shows everyone getting ready for the girls' trip. I was dying. Okay, so Heather went to Name Droppers.
Yeah.
With Monica.
Yep.
And first of all, I have to give a shout out to Tiffany, the owner. It was so fun to see her on there. She's so cute. She had champagne for him and all the goodies. So that was cute. I liked seeing her.
If
But
you notice, Name Droppers makes it every season.
yeah, you know what they do? They do.
I've been there filming. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeff is always in there.
I know. I love that place. I think it's great. Yeah, so as they're in there shopping, Monica opens up and talks about how she was Mormon and got excommunicated, but then proceeds to tell her how, because she was fucking her brother-in-law for 18 months. Were you
Now,
dying?
there's a bomb, right?
I was
There
dying.
is a bomb.
Okay,
Oh my God. Yeah.
and not just anyone, your brother-in-law? Holy shit.
It kind of like, it reminds me of like someone who, like, is socially unaware and just tells you like things about their personal life that you're like, oh, I don't, or like doesn't have a filter. Like
Yeah.
she's just talking about that, like it's casual. Like,
Like
oh,
she
I
was
got a
almost in the
pedicure
class.
today. Yeah, I don't know. Like, one, hats off to her for just owning it and being honest about it and like taking her narrative into her own hands, which I think that's what she was trying to do is like, I'll say this because it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
But also it's like, girl, like ease into it. Damn.
Yeah, for real. It's just like, oh yeah, by the way, this is why.
It just makes
Oh,
you wonder what else there is. Like, if she so casually says that, then damn.
mhm. Yeah, I know. I'm still sitting here trying to figure her out, and yeah, I don't know which way to go with her. Um, and she said something about that she got excommunicated, but the guy did not, and they kind of and Heather was saying, "Oh yeah, that's how it always goes, or usually goes, or whatever." But I don't know. Do you agree with that? That like
No, because it's the exact
infidelity happens?
opposite for me.
Yeah,
Like,
that Justin got excommunicated,
yeah,
but you,
Justin got excommunicated, and it took me over a decade to get my name removed.
yeah,
I had tried multiple times. I'd gone through the church avenues, and finally, I had quit Mormon became a thing, and that's
hmm
how I did it. It was a third party lawyer that does it for you. But
right,
I committed the same sins as Justin. Justin
hmm
didn't even go to a bishop council. His ex-wife went for him, and he was excommunicated. I went to a council, and they begged me to go to the temple the next day.
That's so wild.
So it's all subjective, and that's where I lost my faith completely, where I was like, this is BS for me. Like someone's opinion is determining my salvation. Like, no,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So
um,
I always get a little like, huh, I don't know the right word for it whenever people are talking about the Mormon Church. Like watching Heather and Monica talk about it was interesting, which I'm glad Heather has her because Monica shares more of the same views of the
mhm,
church because Heather and I have had different experiences through it. So,
right, right,
yeah.
yeah,
And I'm not really out here trying to turn people against it.
right. Yeah,
So,
I know, I just thought that was interesting. They're like, "Oh, yeah, they," because that hasn't been my experience with people that I know and different situations, so I was like, thought I'd ask you what you thought.
yeah, no, I had the complete opposite experience. It took me over a decade to leave.
Yeah. Well, okay, so everyone's getting ready for the trip. Meredith's kids are hanging out while she's packing, which I just had to say, her kids are so beautiful. But um, I was dying about this is kind of a funny little thing, but like, did you like Lisa's Fendi shoes? I'm just curious if you liked them.
Um,
You remember?
yeah,
She
I
pulls,
I don't know.
I don't know either. They were good.
I
Anyway.
think I like them on her.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah,
could make them cute.
yeah,
Yeah. And then
for
it
sure.
pops over to Mary, and Mary calls the Trixie Motel and asks about if they have 2003 Dom Perignon, but yet she doesn't take the time to ask her son if he's married.
Kate, I thought the exact same thing. Like, in that moment, and, like, just to kind of, like, not I mean, this kind of breaks fourth wall a little bit, but, like, in that moment, you have Mary and her son together. It seems like it'd be the perfect opportunity to, like, poke a little bit and get her to ask him questions, but if she's going out of her way to call the Trixie Motel to see if they have 2003 Dom Perignon, and her son is right there, and she doesn't even think to ask him, like, "Are you married?"
Right.
It
It's
makes
so
me wonder,
bizarre.
does she really not know, or does she just not wanna talk about it?
I don't know. I
It's
don't know.
so but it's just classic Mary, it's so good.
Totally. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get. So you missed all since you and Angie flew on a separate flight to surprise everyone, you missed all the drama that went on with Lisa losing her $60,000 ring in the bathroom at the airport.
No, can you imagine losing your ring?
No. Did they ever find it?
No. She never found it. She
Oh
never got it
my.
back.
Oh, that gave
Gone,
me
just
a right.
vanished. Just
That gave me.
vanished.
Do you think it fell in the toilet? Like what?
I don't
No.
know because it had to have, like, it had to have, and she had to have flushed it because
Yeah. Oh,
they
that's
searched they searched for quite some time.
oh. I know they I was kind of laughing at Mary because she was just kind of like was making she was making cracks at Lisa because she just wouldn't let it go. But I'm like, I don't think I could let that go either.
Are you kidding me? If I spent 60,000 on a diamond ring, I couldn't let that go.
Yeah, and I know she said it was sentimental and everything too, which yeah, I get that part as well, but I don't know, that whole thing that I felt sick for Lisa, that sucked.
Yeah.
Um, let's see what else. I think we talked about all the rest of the stuff. The rest
Yeah,
of the stuff
I think
about
that's
Trixie, the
yeah.
Trixie. So then, yeah, I can't wait for next week to see the reactions of everyone, the reactions of Angie being there. It showed a little clip of like Heather getting sick off of espresso martinis.
Yeah.
She must have, yeah, had a
You
couple too
know
much.
that, um, when we're in Utah, we don't have Freeport, everything's clicked and measured, so when you get out of state and you having martinis, you gotta be careful because they just hit different, there's way more alcohol, and, um, you know, 1 espresso martini is fabulous, 2 is, like, enough, and if you think about what's in an espresso martini, yeah, it's gonna make you sick, too
Yeah,
much of it,
yeah, so much
but
sugar and mixed with a ton of alcohol.
oh, I can't even, like, think about it because I'm
Ugh,
gonna start gagging. Bleh.
oh, I know. I'm
Oh,
like,
it's so bad.
we've all been there. I mean,
But next week's episode is going to be so good. I can't wait to break down, next week's episode. It's gonna be a good one.
ooh, I can't wait. Can't wait. And real quick, you just got back from filming Watch What Happens Live in New York with Kristen Cavallari. How
Yeah,
was that?
it was so amazing to meet her. I
So fun.
so we graduated high school the same year, 2005, and so I watched her on Laguna Hills.
Mhm.
But no, Laguna Beach and then the hills.
The
So
hills.
I, like, watched her, I've been a big fan of her shows, so it was really cool to meet her. She was awesome.
So
And we had
fun.
great chemistry, like, we got along really well.
Nice.
And guess who else was in the clubhouse when I was there?
Who?
Cardi B.
Shut up. Did you meet
Yeah,
her?
no, but I didn't meet her, but a lot of people who were there with me did. I
Ah,
never like, my dressing room, um I use the same makeup artist as Andy, so I go to, like, a dressing room that's closer to her it's like her office, if you will, 'cause
uh-huh.
she's in the clubhouse daily. So, I get glammed in there, and then I move to the dressing rooms where all the talent comes in and out of, and I
Uh-huh.
kept telling her, I'm like, "Can we please just move to that other dressing room?" Like, I wanna run into Cardi B so
Yeah,
bad.
no kidding.
Because I don't
Did
know
you
if you remember season 1, Cardi B posted a meme of Mary and I and was like, "Bitch, what?" And, like, tagged us.
That's awesome.
I think it was when Mary and I went to dinner, like, one of the first episodes, and she told me
Uh-huh.
she was married to her
Did
step-grandfather.
you yeah. Yes.
And Cardi B was like, bitch, what?
Cardi B said it for all of us. Like, what?
Yeah. No, Watch What Happens Live was so much fun. I had fun with Andy. He's amazing.
Awesome.
And I got to meet his daughter, Lucy.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
He had her there?
Yep. He had her there. And then I ran into a bunch of housewives while I was there.
Fun.
Vicky Gunvalson from Orange County was there. I met Marlo Hampton from Atlanta. It was a busy weekend. It was Fashion Week in New York right now. So lots going on.
Wow. So fun. That's exciting. Well, I don't want to take up more of your time. I know you have to get things ready to go tomorrow.
Yes, I've got to get myself together and get packed. But
Yes.
we will break down episode 3 next week. And don't forget, be you.
Stay wild.
Yay Networks.